If you don't control your attitude, one day you'll wake up bitter and wonder where your peace went. I've grown up around a Mexican family where honestly, I could say almost all my family members have struggled with angers and attitudes. I grew up around negativity, and that shaped the way I reacted to life. But the thing is that lifestyle left me more annoyed, more bitter, more negative. It was just a spiral that kept going on. As I've gotten older, through my meditation, my journaling, and getting to know myself, I've realized one thing, that if I continue down this path, my life will suck. So today I want to share some things that I've learned along the road and some realizations I had. So today I'm going to get a little extra personal with you guys. So bear with me. I'm going to lay back and relax with this one. Let's see here. The thing is, once you've grown around these types of attitudes, this sort of lifestyle or these reactions are what become normal to you. They're what are taught to you. And I'm used to negativity towards a lot of things. And honestly, it makes me more mad that I get mad about it than actually getting mad about it, if that makes sense. I don't know. For those of you that get it, you get it. I come from a Mexican family who lets being angry take over their lives. So I'm used to having negative emotions towards a lot of things, different situations that I get into. And the funny thing is that it actually makes me more annoyed to be annoyed and mad than what's actually going on, if that makes any sense. And as I get to know myself more, I understand that this is something that I have to fix. Otherwise, I'm going to keep spiraling my whole life and have a sucky life living in these emotions, living in negativity. And today I want to go over a few of the realizations I had and some things that helped me along the way. Number 1, your attitude produces negativity. You see, the reason that we have negativity towards anything is our own attitude. We are the reason we have that. And I want that to be clear. The negativity and every emotion that you ever go through is your fault and no one else's. A lot of people like to push these emotions to other people. Oh, well, it's because my mom's negative. It's because my dad's negative. Because I grew up in this, and that. But ultimately, it's up to you. You have to take that personal responsibility in order to change anything. You have to choose to be positive even when things are bad. It's all about reframing our worldview. Reframing the way we view things. Now, the second thing I want to talk about is that your life will suck if you do not deal with this. There's a quote here that I have written down by Jung. It says, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." You see, this attitude or view will ruin your life if you never fix it. It is the immature way of reacting to hardship or grief, or anything that comes at us in life. It is the wrong, immature way of reacting to it. I've met countless people that are older, who are more experienced in life, who have gone through more things, that carry this framework. Everything is negative to them. And guess what? Their lives suck. Do you really want to be that guy who is negative about everything, who has no hope in everything, who has this nihilism about the world? I don't think any of us want to. And here's the other thing too. Do you want to be that person? Do you want to live with the consequences of having that attitude for the rest of your life? Third thing that I want to talk about is such a stupid phrase. Well, some people say it's stupid. Some people hate this phrase, but I love this phrase. It's not that deep. Let that sink in. It's not that deep. Whenever our mind starts to go to negativity over other people, um, whether we take something, let's say someone does come at us in a wrong way, it's not that deep, man. Let's say we want to react to something in a negative way, it's not that deep. A lot of the times we add, a lot of the times we make big deals out of things that aren't even a big deal. You see, reality is subjective. Think about that. There is no one reality. You create your reality. We add the meaning to things. If you read this book, it's called Don't Believe Everything You Think. It gives this beautiful analogy, allegory, whatever you want to call it. And it talks about this monk who lived in this monastery, and he was trying to meditate. Now this monk was meditating in the courts, and there's people walking around him, people talking, people playing, and he would get mad. He gets so mad. He's like, can you guys shut up? I'm trying to meditate. I'll do the same thing. And then so what does he do? He goes to the forest, and all of a sudden he's meditating there, and then something else bothers him, and he gets so mad. He's like, can you guys stop? I'm trying to meditate. And then this guy goes to a river, and he tries to meditate. And something bothers him, and he gets so mad. And then so what does he do? He says, okay, in order for me not to be bothered by anything, I'm going to get on a boat, and I'm going to go to the middle of a lake, because nothing's going to be able to bother me there. There's no sound. There's nobody there. Nothing can fall from a tree and hit me. So what does he do? He goes on this boat. He's in the middle of the lake, and he's meditating. And he hears this little boat off in the distance. He's like, I swear to God, man, if they come close to me, I swear to God, I'm going to freaking, he's going to do something to him. And he's chilling there, meditating, and he just hears this thing coming closer and closer and closer. He's like, I swear to God, man, if these people don't see me. And then all of a sudden what happens? Boom, this boat comes and hits him. And he's fine. And he looks up, he's like, what the hell? And he's looking to yell at someone. But there was no one at fault. You see, the allegory states that the boat happening was a coincidence. It was just the universe doing what the universe does, leading to disorder, entropy. But it was his belief that he put onto the boat coming at him, that someone did it in malice, that someone was trying to bother him, that it was someone's stupidity that happened to him. It was just untrue. So who does he have to get mad for at that? So he learned that the feelings he had about a certain thing were placed by him. Reality was the boat just came. But his view was that someone did it with malice. Does that make sense? And you see, here's the thing. A lot of the time that people that do things to you with the intent of malice, their life just sucks. I mean, what's the type of person that does things to people to try to hurt them? I remember I was with my friend, and we were getting pizza at this place, and there was no parking anywhere. And there's this one guy. There's one spot open, and he's about to park there, and there's a guy standing in the middle of it. And he's like, "Nah, man, this place is already saved. I'm saving it." And then my friend gets mad at him. He's like, "Hey, I don't see anyone here." He's like, "Yeah, but I'm saving it." And so what does he do? He starts inching forward on the guy. And then the guy's like, "I swear to God, man, if you hit me." And my friend's reaction surprised me. He said he backed up and he just he went to go find another one. I was like, man, I would have been so pissed, man. It's like, yeah, man, but imagine how sucky of a life that dude has for him to be reacting like that. It's like he probably has a fat wife or something, man. So just have that view on life. We don't always have to take everything so personal, because sometimes it just sucks to be someone else. That's why we have to do this work in order to be in a place where our life doesn't suck like that, if that makes any sense. It's just bitter people projecting their lives onto others. Number 4, I want to talk about realizing why you are a certain way. Through meditation and being by yourself, you understand who you are. And the deeper you go, the more questions you ask yourself, you realize why you are the way you are, the reasons behind the things you do, the way you react, the way you view life. Now, I've met a lot of people like this. But these people are super self-conscious and have very low self-esteem. Now, here's the thing. When you get this type of personality and you mix it with a little bit of narcissism, you get these people who put people down to try to make themselves look better. It's kind of like hiding behind the wall of a very high ego and a very high confidence in order to not look weak. And in placing people below them to other people, it's as though they're better, right? I don't know if you've ever met the type of people that are like, oh, well, I don't eat that food because it's crappy food. I eat at good places. It's that type of thing. By judging other people and putting them down, it makes them look higher class according to them, Look and see why you react a certain way. Look deep down and say, okay, well, I've been around this and this is probably why I am like that. I like the way I wrote it down, so I'm going to read it right here. It says, oftentimes, negative emotions come from unresolved either issues or beliefs or misunderstandings we have held for a long time. In figuring out what these beliefs are or these situations that we went through that are unresolved, we can start a path of self-healing. But it all comes from identifying where it comes from. Right? If you guys have watched my other videos, I talked about how you cannot fight something that you can't see. So you have to identify what this is, go to that root, and heal that. Like I had said, I know that my attitude comes from the people who are around my family, things like that. And I realized that it wasn't my choice to be like that. Or I guess it was my choice because I agreed to be like that. But it wasn't my original view on life. It wasn't my original idea to be like that. It was given to me. And in that, I was able to go back and say, okay, well, how do I want to do it? What's the proper way to do it? Like I had said, a lot of these negative emotions have to do with misunderstandings, you could say. A lot of these negative emotions have to do with ego. And once you go and sort through all these negative emotions in your life, you choose who you want to be, then you can act in a way in which you're aligning to who you want to be, aligning to who you think your true self is. And with that, I want to go to number 5. And for number 5, I have empathy. You see, the thing is, we're so critical and negative about everyone else, but a lot of the times we're guilty of the same things that they are. We're guilty of reacting the same way, of doing the same thing. And if we're not, it's so easy for us to be like that. I honestly think that every single person has a capability of being the worst person who has ever lived. Think of the worst person in your head. Somebody you hate. Some people it's Hitler. Some people it's, let's say, Mao. Like these people who did a lot of bad. Look at them and see yourself in them. I think we all, under certain circumstances, could have done things as horrible as them. We've all could have tortured people. We all could have killed a bunch of people if we all had the same or similar instances, or if we had the right stimuli. We could all be like them. And having this thought of humility lets you let things slide off of you. You see, a lot of the times we show ourselves so much compassion, so much love. For example, if I cut someone off on the freeway, I'm like, my bad, dude, or I'll laugh, or I'll know it's messed up and I'll laugh. Or like, hey man, I'm sorry, I'm running late to the gym, or I'm running late for this. I'm running late for Muay Thai, I'm running late for church. We give ourselves all these excuses, like, hey man, I'm tired, I'm just trying to get home from work. We give ourselves all these excuses and have compassion of ourselves, but we can't do that for others. See yourself in others, and that's the start of empathy. Empathy. See yourselves in others, and that's the start of empathy. I always do this. I imagine if, let's say, I'm beefing with someone, or I'm not too fond of someone at a certain point, I just view them as a little baby in my head. And in that, it's like, it's not a big deal, right? If a baby smacks you, you're not gonna smack the baby back, right? There's a saying, I believe one of the Stoics said it, but it's like, as you don't return a kick to a donkey and a bark to a dog, so do not be like the one who committed the crime, or something like that. Or like, I think Marcus Aurelius said this one. He said, what was it? The best revenge is to not be like the one who committed the whatever. I forgot what it was. I'll post it on here. Don't be like them, man. Think about how much they are sabotaging their own lives. Or maybe they're just not strong enough to overcome these things yet. Some people are chained down for their entire lives by these negative emotions. But you can choose to rise above them. You can choose to live a life that is too good for these negative emotions. We could put it that way. And that'll lead me to number 6. Now number 6. Restore your peace. The reason all this is such a big deal to me, one, it personally affected me, the closest root, my family, me growing up around it. But the main number one thing why this is such a big deal for me is because it takes away my peace. Once I lose my attitude or let it go, it takes my peace away, man. And the older that I get, the more that I realize that my peace is what I cherish the most. My peace is what I hold sacred for myself. A lot of the times my parents are like, oh, you're always in your room, this and that. But in here I have peace when I'm by myself. And it's so interesting too, as I think about it right now. I believe it was Seneca or Epictetus that said this. They said, not even Zeus can take away my resolve. Let me pull that up right now. I have it right here. It says, you may fetter my leg, but my will not even Zeus himself can overpower. It's so sick to think of how the Stoics were stoic, but to have this resolve and this such a strong will that they're saying not even the highest power could take it away. Let no one take away your peace. Let no one take away your power to be good or your desire to be good. Let no one take this away from you. And this is why it's so important, and I'll end with this. Living a life that is aligned to your peace and your ideals is a life that is fulfilling.